I like Bond movies, the newer ones especially. Casino Royale is amazing. I always thought it needed a dance number like the 60s version. The opening song is another thing altogether. Tomorrow Never Dies is still the best Bond song. This film brings back something that made Casino Royale so great. Vesper Lynd. Since Bond has been around, the story has had a Bond girl, and for the first time, the story has a Bond girl that he actually falls in love with. It's a romance. It's his wife. The one well-known Playboy character settles down. This movie starts with Bond visiting her grave. It's important. This movie starts with revenge. The villain, Safin, hunts down the people that killed his family, and they all die, except for 12-year-old Madeleine Swann. She shoots Safin. In the future, Safin's plan is to use nanobots as a type of medical device that can kill silently and undetected. Things happen in this movie, but that's the main plan: to control the world through nanobots. They could infect and wipe out the spy world to Safin's advantage. What's interesting is that Bond visits Vesper's grave and it explodes, which means either Blofeld set a trap to kill Bond or his girlfriend Madeleine Swann. Bond sets off on one of the coolest bike scenes I've ever seen. It's crazy. In my mind, it's just as good as the jump from The Great Escape. But what's crazy about the action is that it's just to get home. He just wanted to get home to ask a question. It's a great question. Did Swann try to kill Bond for visiting Vesper Lynd's grave? I think the answer is yes. The story is more romantic if it's yes. If Madeleine Swann tried to kill Bond, that places Bond with a wife and a daughter that might not be his wife and daughter. Spies go after Bond's family in this film. Covered in nanobots, he has the choice to escape Safin's base or get blown up. To escape means this Bond character gets to live in his happily ever after with Swann. Bond chooses to die. What does that mean? I think this story is saying that there's nothing more important than family. Safin's whole scheme is done because he misses his parents. Bond's momentum in this film is the death of his American friend. Blofeld's taunts against Bond's family become his worst problem. The choice Bond is presented with is to walk away in a happily ever after, or to die with the villain's weapon. If he escapes, he could carry a plague that would wipe out families. He escapes, he could carry a plague that would wipe out families, and he knows how awful it is because of Vesper Lynd. Families are important, so Bond decides to die. But what makes it so interesting is the thought that he might decide to go to his happily ever after with Vesper rather than Swann. It's more Casino Royale, which is great. In the end, James Bond saves the world again. I believe he found his happily ever after with Vesper. Otherwise, the story is saying Swan was his match. The woman that may have tried to kill him with a bomb and likely did kill his arch nemesis, all within the same movie. I think Bond saw a life of looking over his shoulder in the field and at home and decided to save the world one last time and be with the only woman this character could love.
How many days? How many buddies?
I like that they made such a big deal out of it, since the spy film has always had Bond girls.
Victims are plenty.
James Bond picked family in the end.
My heart is heavy.
Not being a playboy
You won't care.
and it saved the world.
'Cause we can't tell me.
Thanks again, film.
Why the price of someone else's life equals my dollar. Tell me why the price of someone else's life equals my dollar. How many months? What is your death toll? How many years? Once a home, now rubble. Where is your truth? Where is your candor? All you give us is fluff. Puff out your chest and pander. You don't